I am Mario Gangemi, the chair of the MDTA Capital Committee and conducting today's meeting. Today is Thursday, February 5th, 2026, and I hereby call the Capital Committee meeting to order at 9 a.m. In accordance with the live streaming law, this meeting is conducted via video conference and live streamed on the MDTA Capital Committee page. As a reminder, all members of the Capital Committee will have their video active during the entirety of the meeting. And to minimize background noise, I do ask that everyone keep their devices muted. And when you're presenting or answering a question, to have both your video and audio on when speaking. And when done, turn off your video and audio, with the exception of the members of the committee. Today, there are no members of the public, no elected officials, and no media that have pre-registered to comment. So we can move on to item number 1, which is approval of the meeting minutes of January 8th, 2026. So I will entertain a motion for approval of those minutes.
Motion to approve of the minutes, Member Cordova.
Second, Member Sneed.
Good. All right, got a motion by Member Cordova and a second by Member Sneed. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. All right, that was all of us. Fantastic. We will move on to Ruel Sabaleno. I'm sure I screwed that up, but I apologize, for contract MDTA 2024-04A Structures Inspection Program and Miscellaneous Engineering Services. We'd already done the first 2. Now we're going to do the last 3 of 5.
Good morning, members of the committee and everyone. Good morning, everyone. My name is Ruel Sabiano. I'm the Structures Engineering Manager here at the MDTA OEC. And this presentation is for contract number MDTA 2024-04A, which is for the contract Structures Inspection Program and Miscellaneous Engineering Services. As mentioned, the first 2 out of 5 were already approved last meeting, and this is for the remaining 3 contracts. The contract requires on-site physical condition inspection and reporting of MDTA signature bridges, tunnels, buildings, workforce bridges, ancillary structures, roadways, and traffic safety features, as well as other miscellaneous engineering tasks. This contract was advertised on April 22, 2025, and the bid date was on June 17, 2025. This contract is capped at $70 million for 4 years, and each of the newly awarded JV shall receive $14 million each. There were 7 technical proposals received, and we're recommending 5 for award. All 5 awardees have been on previous and current MDTA inspection contracts, and the 3 remaining contracts that we're seeking approval are AE 3142, AE 3145, and AE 3146. We are seeking recommended approval from the Capital Committee to present this contract to the full MDTA board in anticipation of approval for contract award. Thank you.
Any questions? Go ahead, Member Cox.
I think obviously we voted on the others, but again, are these the ones we're voting on today have done satisfactory work for the authority?
Yes, sir. So these remaining 3, actually all 5 of them were part of the current contracts, and they have done a great job previously with us.
And they
yes.
come in on budget or under budget?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, their budgets depend on how often we use them. So
Right. Correct.
it's not like it's building something. They're doing a review. So
Right.
Good question though. I guess my question would be, all 5 of these have been $14 million, which I understand. So I'm assuming that when we evaluated them, or based on their past performance, we think that 1, their unit pricing is essentially across the line somewhat similar, and 2, their technical capabilities are somewhat similar. That's why we didn't sort of rank one higher than, amongst the top five and give them more than the others. I'm assuming that's why it's 14 million each. Okay. Any other questions or a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, Member Cox motions.
I'll second.
Member Sneed seconds. He held up the number 2 first.
He did.
Any further discussion? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, that was all of us. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now Nafeez is going to present FT 3027R2, which is the zone cleaning and painting of various box girders on I-95. Nafeez, you are up.
Hey, good morning, Member again, Jamie. Good morning, everyone.
Morning. Good to see you.
Good to see you again, too. Yeah, always a pleasure. Again, like Member again, Jamie said, this is contract number FT 3027000R2, zone cleaning and painting of various box girder bridges on I-95 and I-395, which is south of the Fort McHenry Tunnel. The work to be performed under this contract is located at the Fort McHenry Tunnel facility. The scope of work includes cleaning and painting, weathering steel, weathering steel structural box girders, and performing miscellaneous steel repairs on various bridges on I-95 and I-395. This project was advertised on October 21st. We opened bids on December 17th. We received 3 bids. I'll touch up on those later. And the anticipated notice to proceed is April the 26th, which coincides with the painting season. And the duration of this contract is 365 days. The engineer's estimate was $5,231,605. There was no bid protest on this contract, and it is 100% funded by toll revenue. Like I said, we received 3 bids. The low bidder was Titan Industrial Services. Their bid was $7,488,156, and that constitutes a difference of 43% higher than the engineer's estimate. The other bidder, Olympus Painting Contractors, was very close to their bid, $7,625,000. The third contractor, and they never done any business with us, never heard of them. So I guess that's why their bid, well, I don't know. I can't tell why their bid was high, but we never heard of them. I never heard of that company before. But the first 2, Titan and Olympus, they do a lot of work with us. Titan is a very, very good contractor. They do a lot of work with us, and we're always happy with their work. They partner very well with us. They don't submit too many claims. They're willing to go the extra mile, just to work with us and what have you. So anyway, the MBE goal for this contract was 18%. The contractor submitted his plan, which was approved, was 18.26%. There was no sub goals on the contract. However, their plan included 3.56% for African American and 14.7% for Asian American. There was a VSBE goal of 1%, and they did meet that. As I mentioned, like I said, Titan is a very good contractor. I'd like to go with them. We did do a bid justification, by the way, because of the difference between our engineer's estimate and their bid price. Our engineer's estimate, our assumed or our anticipated means and methods for doing the work on the outside of the box girders. We painted the inside and the outside of the box girders. These box girders, it's like a steel tub. That's what it is. It's like a steel tub with a concrete deck on top of it. And it spans, the entire length of a span. So working on the inside is like confined space. They have to abide by all the confined space rules and regulations and what have you. So the price for that is kind of expensive. Working on the outside, our anticipated means and methods was, because we're doing zone painting and localized painting, we assumed that they will do localized containment for these locations. What I've seen done before in these boxes, I've been inside those boxes many times. They have weep holes. Like I said, it's like a closed steel tub. They have weep holes, 1 inch round weep holes. Okay, every 15 or 20 inches. I assume that they will hang their containment system from those weep holes, which we've done in the past. But when we reached out to the contractor through DOP to see why their bid price for painting the outside was high, they said those holes are staggered. They cannot do the localized containment using those holes. Those holes will be good to contain an entire span in its entirety. Use those. What they have to do is they have to hang the containment from the parapet, the barriers, for the full width of the bridge. And that is why their price was high. We did consult with some industry expert and they kind of validated that. They said, yeah, you can't really use the weep holes. You can do localized containment. In this case, you have to hang it again, like I said, from the parapets for the full length of the bridge. So because like I said, our discussion with the contractor as well as our go-to paint guys kind of validated that, I recommend moving forward with the award. Like I said, Titan is indeed a very, very excellent contractor. I recommend, again, like I said, moving forward with the award so we can get this job done.
I'll open up for questions. Oh, go ahead, Member Cordova.
Thank you. Nafeez, this is more of a technical question, and I'm not familiar with any of the subcontractors, contractors. But it seems to me that the scope of work includes cleaning and painting of the structural steel box girders, like it says here on project summary, but it also includes structural steel repairs. And it seems to me that those are very different trades. So do these companies do all of this work by themselves, or do they have other partners?
Titan is one of the few cleaning and painting companies that do that, but they will be submitting that. There will be, again, I haven't seen their work plan yet, but Titan does that. We have 2 cleaning and painting companies that are capable of doing steel repairs. Even some of them are complex steel repairs. Titan is one of them. But a lot of the times, to achieve the MBE goal, okay, they get someone to do the steel repairs, but they also get someone to do the blasting for them. When they blast the steel, they get an MBE firm to blast the steel before they start painting. I have not seen their work plan yet. All I know is they met the MBE goal. Fair Practices told us that. So I'm assuming it's either going to be using their MBE subs to do the steel repairs, or they're going to get someone to do the blasting for them. The percentage is there.
Okay, thank you.
And these, by the way, these steel repairs, we had only identified a few locations. Typically, when they blast the steel, a lot of the bad areas show up after they blast the steel. That's why we always include a pay item for that. All the rust that's on the steel, when they blast it, sometimes they expose cracks. Sometimes they expose what we call section loss, where the steel is thinned out a lot. We have to plate it, put a new plate over it, and what have you. So a lot of times, again, we find these out after we do the blasting.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Member Cox, you had a question.
The only question, I guess, when you estimated what the cost would be, you might have used the Hayden Bridge and the cost that the bid that came in on the Hayden Bridge and the work that was done on the Hayden Bridge to try to do the assessment. Was that part of the thinking when you did the estimate on this project?
Yeah, this is, we actually, again, because the Hayden is a complex bridge and it's over water, so their bid prices were higher, but we use some of that, like the spans over land at the Hayden.
Right.
Okay, we use, their bid price as a baseline for us to base our bid on. Yeah,
Okay.
because we haven't done a cleaning and painting job. Well, actually, we do have FT 3016. They're painting I-beams, not box girders, down there. So between that and the Hayden, and again, we have
So
like,
you had on Hayden, you had on both ends on land.
yes,
Got it.
yeah,
Okay.
both ends and land. So we use that as a baseline for our estimate for this.
Very good.
So we haven't done this type of work in a very long time, is what I think I just heard you. Specific to this project, we haven't done this in a long time. Therefore, that's why there's I mean, to be candid with you, when I read through this and I saw that huge disparity between the engineer's estimate and the low bid, I was like, holy crap, we've done this before. How can we be so far off? The only reason why I had any comfort at all was the fact that Olympus was pretty daggone close to
Right.
Titan. So that was the only thing. So we've done this before, but maybe it's been a while. Is that and methodologies have changed? I mean, usually methodologies get better and cheaper, but in this case, it didn't. So
This
I
is
was
again,
definitely
these,
concerned.
sorry, I'm sorry. Go
No,
ahead,
no,
finish.
no, go ahead. No,
This,
you're good.
again, like I said, it's not written on the project summary, but I did say we're painting weathering steel. Weathering steel doesn't come painted. It just forms a patina on the outside to prevent it from rusting. But these bridges, as you know, they're like almost 50 years old now. So they're starting to show some rust. That patina is wearing off and we're seeing some rust. So we never, like I said, this is our first time going inside these boxes and
Got it.
painting these areas.
So
That's
this
why,
is
because
truly
again,
the
because
first
they
time.
are weathering steel. All of FMT, by the way, facility is weathering steel. So
I would suggest that when we go to the full committee, the full board, that that explanation either be spelled out more in this, what is presented to the board, or somebody should probably give me a reminder the day before so that I can, I'll do my best to remember, but somebody ought to be there. Jim, if he's there, ought to make sure that what you just said is going to be extremely important for the board to hear.
okay. Yep.
Big time.
Like I said, we did some zone painting north of the tunnel, but those were not box girders, they were I-beams a while
Right.
back. So, but yeah, I don't recall painting the box girders before.
Got it. Okay, and that's important, and it's important that these are 50-year-old bridges, that it's the weathering steel, which is, pretty cool. That was developed at the University of Maryland, I might add, just for a proud Terp moment. Any other thoughts from the members of the committee? Or a motion?
A motion to approve, Member Cordova?
All right, Member Cordova motions, Member Sneed, he's quick with the two fingers today. Thankfully it's two. So get a second from Member Sneed. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, that was everybody. All right, well, thank you. Good discussion on this one. This will, like I said, this will be I picture this being a hot topic of discussion because of the 43% difference. So let's be prepared for that. I don't know if Jim was on this call or not, but I only see one screen at the moment. But let's make sure we have those explanations lined up, or better yet, somebody remind me the day before. I'll have it remembered. But
And to add, I guess the number R2 means it's been advertised multiple times. The last advertisement, we had the bids resulted in a similar situation like we have now,
okay,
but we decided to re-advertise it, and we still had the bid items based on lump sum bid items, but within the scope description, we quantified the areas to be painted, because the
Got it.
areas to be painted on the outside are much less than the areas to be painted on the inside. But they came back with a high bid for the areas to be painted on the outside. I thought for sure they were gonna, but then again, the explanation was it's the means and methods. Our anticipated means and methods was totally different than theirs because they cannot do localized containments as we
maybe,
anticipated.
and that helps. Maybe, and I'm talking out loud, and you guys can chime in. Maybe the best thing for you guys to do is to give me the very simplified talking points so that I can help back you up on this at the board meeting.
Okay.
Also, you might point out the bridge, the Fort McHenry Bridge is just under 40 years old. The Fort McHenry Bridge, the harbor tunnel, I mean, the Fort McHenry Tunnel, the harbor tunnel's a little over 60.
Yeah. Oh, these bridges were built in the mid-70s before the tunnel was opened.
Fort McHenry Tunnel was opened in 87.
Right.
Yeah, but he's talking about but these bridges that we're
The
working
bridges,
on
the
were
approaches,
before
yeah.
that.
Oh, the bridges that are beyond.
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay, got
That's
it.
what
I
this
got
is
it. I
for.
got it. I
Yeah,
got
they
it.
were
I
built
got
in
it.
the mid-70s, and they're like at
Okay,
that
I
point
got
now
it.
where we have to go and, like I said, that patina that kept the main steel from rusting is no
Okay.
longer providing the protection, especially at the ends where you get a lot of water penetration and what have you. So we have to
Right.
go in there and blast all that to near white steel and then put a 3-coat system on it
Yeah,
to
okay.
preserve it.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you for the extra explanation. That's very helpful. I think you guys know what I need for the board meeting.
Okay.
And that being said, I will entertain a motion for adjournment.
So move. Member Cox.
Member Cox, I think we got a sec. Oh, there we go. Member
Very good.
I learned quickly.
Member Cordova seconds. Love it, love it, love it. All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye, that's everybody. All right. Well, thank you. Everybody have a safe day and enjoy what
Thank
we're
you.
getting back to cold weather again. So